that level.
Yellow. Yep. Oh snap. What is good? What is good in the hood? Judge Judy Slayer, thank you for the follow. I like that name, Judge Judy Slayer. I used to watch Judge Judy. That lady was intense. She didn't live in tents. She was intense. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a dad. Gotta make dad jokes. What's up, everybody? I'm trying to get my special guest on right now. I've connected, but I don't see him here yet. So I've sent the call out. There he goes. You got headphones? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my stream. I'm your host, PabloMan44, and today we are doing the Play Level Podcast. In the Play Level Podcast, here we talk about the latest gaming news, including breaking stories, rumors, new releases, reviews, and all things PlayStation. Now, while our focus is PlayStation, we will talk about other things such as new tech, anything that comes out that's newsworthy and if I am interested in it. So definitely, we're not going to be talking much about Xbox unless it's something funny for me to laugh at them. Right? Game? Everybody with it? Yeah. Well, we'll talk about all that good stuff in a few. We're also going to talk a little sports because there's some little sports stuff that I want to talk about today. Nothing too serious, nothing too big, just a little something. Well, I got a special guest today. It is my good brother Blue Dev. Blue Dev is in the house. Everyone, give a round of applause for Blue Dev. No round. No. Nah, we're just joking, man. Today we're gonna be finally we got somebody on here to talk, about these topics that I got. I got quite a few topics. Let me do a topic count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 today. Last week we had 12, which was crazy. But we got 8 today. And then we're gonna throw in a little ad lib and a little sports. I didn't use sports. These are all gaming topics that I got up here. Oh yeah, and I do actually 9 topics because I do want to talk about the Spider-Man trailer for just a brief second. Because this guy here doesn't like spoilers. But there's no spoilers. All they did was make us speculate the mess out of it, and we're all confused. And it's gonna make the anticipation and make the moment when whatever happens so much bigger. And that's the joy I'm trying to spread. So we're gonna talk about that in a second. Let's get all the stuff out of the way. So first we gotta level up to level 2. Level 2 is when we check in with the host, myself, and our special guest. I am a gentleman, and I am a gracious host, so I will check in with my guest. How you doing today, Blue Dev? Good, hanging in there? I'm sitting here eating salmon. I just finished baking it, and it's good. Haven't had salmon in a while. Oh, I mean, come on. Well, I tried. Soon, guys. Soon I'll be able to do all that stuff. Because I just made a power move today. So I'm going to be able to. Because I'm tired of the limitations my computer currently gives me. So I made a power move today. Yeah, it is annoying. It is annoying. Yeah, man, how I'm doing. I had a late start to today. I woke up like with kind of a headache, but it was because last night I was up all night trying to get the Zoom thing working. So I'm sitting here and I have Zoom on the computer and connected to the same meeting on my phone. So I got two of me on the screen and I'm doing my thing. So the screen you see here right now, I had on Zoom. You can put this in Zoom. So I was going to be able to put you next to me, green screen, without you needing a green screen. It just wouldn't be as clean as this one because I have an actual green screen, unless you had a green screen. But you know, the problem was that it was making it choppy, like it was sort of robotic looking, and that was frustrating. I mean, no matter what settings I changed, I'm limited by my GPU. So I need a better GPU, and you can't upgrade the GPU in my laptop. Not unless you know how to use a soldering iron, and then you have to be skilled in that so that you don't burn the motherboard and destroy the computer trying to upgrade it. And that's if you can get it off without destroying the chip itself or the connectors. So yeah, there's that. So I couldn't do that, so I ended up, you know, making my power move today. And I was like, you know what? I'll just do it. Me sitting in this beautiful little studio that I have here, like my studio with the 8 screens in the back, Play Level Podcast. Got my plant over here. Got a little astrobot over here. Just chilling. And that took forever. Finding a perfect like setup like this, like I couldn't make one. I don't have the program to make that, and I didn't go to school for that. So I had to find one. I had to find one that was free, and then I had to find one that was easily able for me to customize it to, you know, look like how I wanted it to look. And that took a long time too. So I was up all night. I woke up. But yeah, so that's the check-in. We've got the check-in out of the way. Let's level up again. Here's level 3, where we talk about what we have been playing for the past week. I know you're playing Skyrim right now, right? Fallout.
It started playing, getting into Fallout.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Yep.
Say something?
Something. Can you hear
Say
me?
something else?
Can I be heard? Am I being heard?
I'm going to have to monitor.
Is there something being heard?
Audio. So I'm, you know, working out the technical difficulties here because I had it set up for the Zoom. So I wanted to, while we're doing this, oops, wrong one. Get the stuff right that I couldn't do by myself. And this is one, getting his audio on the stream. I've been trying to tinker with it. I think I found.
Okay.
I think you can hear yourself now on the stream, right? But I can't hear you yet. So
Hold on. I gotta turn up my TV so I can see. Yo, I gotta turn up my TV. I can hear myself. Yep, I can hear myself on the stream now. Right. There we go. There you go.
Alrighty.
Now I gotta turn my TV back down.
EJ, stay with the heat. Today I'm doing the podcast today, EJ. That's little nephew. It's good, nephew.
Happened to you?
Today I'm doing the podcast. I don't play anything today.
Huh? 11.
I'm trying to eat.
Cornelius said he thought we were doing this at 11 at night.
He's wilding.
He's wilding.
Tell me he didn't even add me on Discord. Did he download
You
Discord?
didn't even add it. Did you have the Discord app? Download it and get on. He wants you to be on it. What do you mean you don't need to be on it? You talking. This ain't your face, scaredy. Scaredy. Hey everybody, Cornelius is afraid.
He's terrified. Cornelius is terrified.
He's terrified of everything.
He's like, oh my God.
Ah, a doorknob.
Crash and burn, Cornelius. Crash and burn.
Oh man.
But anyway.
So funny.
Now that we got the technical difficulties out of the way. Yeah, because I set it up for the Zoom yesterday and it was perfect for the Zoom. Only problem was the audio was, I mean, not the audio, the video was like it was a robot.
Buffering.
Yeah, it was like, and it was too noticeable.
Yeah,
like if it was just a little bit of latency, then I could have got away with it, but it was noticeable. And it frustrated me looking at it. So I was like, not doing it. This looks so much better. This is so much cleaner. But okay, so we've gotten past. Well, I didn't talk about what I've been playing this week. What have I been playing this week? Oh, I jumped back into Resident Evil 7, played in VR. Yes, and
yeah,
my brain was hurting. The game is crazy.
It is crazy.
It is crazy.
The only reason why I don't play it in VR now is because I have to reset up the VR and like I don't.
Yeah, it's a task. I was talking about that on my other stream.
And you don't my HDR wire that goes straight into the TV. It goes into the VR and it brings it down.
Mm-hmm.
It brings down the HDR capability. So I don't even. I like seeing the colors. I like seeing the pure graphics, especially Fallout. Looks real.
I get it. Definitely takes a hit in quality.
Yeah. But it's still a great game. That game is crazy, man. I watched a little bit of Hollow play, and I was like, I gotta get back in that too. And I started playing it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You have the light on and still be shook.
And nothing like with VR, man. You're like walking around the corner, and it's like you're walking around the corner. Mm-hmm. It's not like you're playing a video game walking around the corner. You feel like you're walking around that corner, and you don't know what they're gonna throw at you. And they was and those little things that crawl around on the floor, and they crawl dumb fast. Yeah, in VR, they're different. Yeah, it's different. It just hits different. It's just like, terrifying on a different level. But that game is super fun, and I'm gonna stream more of it coming up.
Can't hear that? I know it's low. It has to be low, but you can hear it though, right? You can hear him talking, right? I don't want it to be loud because then it'll be feedback.
Tell him to join the call, man.
Join the call.
Tell him to download the app.
I got you.
And join the
I got you. DISC. This one. The right one.
We're gonna have a second guest here on the stream, guys. This is a treat. We're gonna have Cornelius in the house. Now, Cornelius isn't a gamer. The only console he owns is Nintendo 64.
Yep.
You would say, oh, so he's a retro collector. No, it's the only console he has. So no.
I don't even know if it was his. It might have been his brother's that gave it to him.
You know what I'm saying? He just so happens to have it.
The 64 you got, the Nintendo 64, that's yours? That's yours? Oh, it is his.
Xbox.
Yeah, he just so happens to
he has an Xbox. Oh, bro.
You got a what?
Sorry. I heard something about something that was dying in the corner.
You got a what?
Get get him out here on this Discord.
Get that Xbox out of here. This is what I think about the Xbox.
Oh my goodness.
Speaking of Xbox and explosions, there was a report of a Xbox. So we do talk about Xbox here. There was a report of an Xbox exploding. Though it was false. It was falsified. The Xbox didn't explode. Well, it might have exploded, but it wasn't because of the Xbox exploding. Somebody exploded it. If you know, I don't know the whole details of it. I just know that it was a fake story. But it was fun to hear. So it felt like a win.
It was a win. Anything with Xbox in the news for something bad is a win.
And no one was hurt, so I can laugh about it.
I hope PlayStation sneaks through the back door and steals Starfield, because that would make my life so complete. If we take Starfield and make it, you know what I'm saying? Because we're already getting Skyrim. Well, yeah, not Skyrim, whatever it's called.
It's a legacy. Like, they're not gonna deprive the fan base of games like that, but new stuff they're not.
I don't know. I hope. Why? But they said they're not gonna give PlayStation Starfield.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Only thing that would change that,
we'll just make our own.
is if in a few years Xbox is just not selling well, and they decide to port it over. But I don't expect it. I'm good though. We got stuff coming.
Oh yeah.
We got stuff coming. Well,
nobody gonna care about Starfield with God of War drop. It's gonna be
while Cornelius is getting it together. I'm going to take a moment to talk about the second game that I've been playing, Spiderman Remastered. Is it remastered? Is it called Remastered? The one for the PS5 with the different looking Peter Parker. I never finished it. I know I'm super
the
late
red
on
Spider-Man, the one that came out before.
Yes, because I still haven't played Miles Morales because I never finished the first one.
Me either.
And I'm that kind of guy. I'm not gonna play the next one, no matter if it's like, they're talking about it all everywhere. It's like the best game ever. I didn't play the first one, and I own the first one. I'm playing the first one first. So I'm trying to complete the original Spider-Man game, and then I'll get into Miles Morales. So I've been jumping into that, trying to avoid doing side missions too much, which is difficult because it's fun swinging around the city. And I'm like,
exactly.
Yeah, there's a backpack right there. It's right there. It's on my way. Might as well. And then 10-4, there's a robbery, and then we need you all units on. And I'm like, it's on the way too. So let me just fight that too. And it just happens over and over again, and I find myself like, oh my gosh, I just have to ignore everything and go to the next story mission. Otherwise, I'm going to keep getting sidetracked with these little side missions. And that was my problem the first time. That was definitely my problem the first time. Is when it first came out, is that I was side missioning it up. And I wasn't getting the story. I only had 2% of the story completed. But I had unlocked a lot of the suits because I was doing a bunch of side stuff. I was like almost doing all sides. It was like I had the piece of steak right there. But I was eating mashed potatoes and peas and stuff. I had the salad and all that. I was eating a whole bunch of that.
You was eating all your fries and wasn't even touching your burger.
All my fries, didn't touch the burger. And they're like, how do I only have 2% of the game completed? So in the past few days, I'm up to 20%. So that lets you know that I was like doing my best to stay away from the side missions and doing the story stuff. So I've been doing good. So I'm digging into the game. I'm gonna finish it soon. Hopefully by the end of this week, I'll finish Spider-Man and then be on Miles Morales next week. to talk about Miles Morales next week. Well, at least that I'm playing it. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Okay, Cornelia says the app downloaded yet?
How far are you in?
It's taking a while. Does he have an iPhone?
He's got to do the register.
Oh, he's got.
Does he have an iPhone? I thought he got an Xbox phone. Man, iPhones and Xboxes.
Bad decisions, guys. Stop wasting your money.
That's his new album.
iPhones and Xboxes.
Hey. iPhones and
Features
Xboxes.
from the baby and Quavo.
I love wasting my time, wasting my money, wasting my shine.
Speaking about wasting the time, have you listened to Donda yet?
The what?
Donda. Kanye West's new album?
I was taught a long time ago never to listen to trash. Don't listen to gibberish. Don't.
Have you heard Nas' album?
I have not heard Nas. I didn't even know Nas had an album coming out. I haven't been in tune with my music in a while. I've been listening to my instrumentals and playing.
Nas' album's dope.
But I have been listening to some R&B from old school.
Of course, that's
okay.
R&B.
So, do you have an invite?
Go to add me. It's Pablo Man 44. All you have to do is go to the server. It's my picture, my same Pablo Man 44 picture. And scroll down to voice channels and go to general. Click on general. You'll join the general chat. You'll join the general chat. There goes Dev1. Connected to the general chat.
Yo.
There he is. Now let's get Cornelius in here.
Got it.
Tell him don't sit too close to you. You know. No hugging.
Hugging the block.
You there, Neil? You there, Neil? You there?
I'm right here.
There you go. We are in there now. All right.
Finally.
So now, word. So I guess we'll level back down so that we can check in with you, see how you've been. So Cornelius, okay. How have you been, sir?
Oh, all right. Just bored. This can be.
Just bored? Nothing new happening? Nothing crazy going on?
Running with my dad.
Chilling
like a villain?
Mount Vernon. Yup.
In Mount V? Mount Vernon?
Yep.
You wearing a mask out there?
Pass through there before I go to White Plains.
Oh, so your usual.
Well, yeah, once in a while if I know he's there. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Go get my hair cut out there because I can't do it next to the church no way.
Oh yeah.
Just do not have it right.
I read you. All right, so we're gonna get into we're gonna talk some news releases and rumors and whatnot to Hoosiers and Jack of the Bobbers. First story on my ledger that I want to talk about, which Vaughn don't want to talk about because he don't like spoilers. But we're gonna talk about anyway. This is my show. We're gonna talk about the Spider-Man trailer for No Way Home. We're not gonna talk too much about it because last time I talked about it, And we were talking about. I mentioned that if I got any more out of the trailer from watching it again, that I would share it with the group. On my next stream, which is today, and I did. So upon further investigation of the trailer, there's a part. Neil, have you seen the trailer?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a part on the trailer. There's that part right before they show Doc Ock, right? When what's his name? Tom Holland as Peter Parker is standing in front of a car, and he turns and looks to the side, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's when they show him, right? That's when they show Doc Ock after that.
Yeah.
What was he wearing?
Oh, look. What is it? The suit?
He was wearing a suit. He was just wearing a suit and tie, right?
Yeah.
And you see a few scenes where he's wearing a suit and tie, correct?
Yeah.
But then you see a bunch of scenes where he's wearing the normal Peter Parker stuff that we always see him in, which is t-shirt, jeans, sneakers, stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Speculation is that every time you see him wearing a suit, that's just a placeholder. The guy who normally wears the suit is what Spider-Man did you see normally wearing a suit?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That was Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Normally wore a suit, blue shirt, blue tie. He normally wore that same getup. And what struck me was the way in which he turned his head to look when he's standing in front of that car. He turned his head as if, he was somebody different. And it just felt like to me one of those moments where Marvel has done this in the past, where they've put something in the trailer different than it was actually in the movie, so they don't spoil something.
Yeah, throw you off.
And I started feeling like that is Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. That was Tobey Maguire he was looking. That's why when he said, "Hello, Peter," he recognized him. Because there's no way he recognizes Tom Holland Peter Parker because they're different, they're not from the same world.
That is true.
So that's what it was like messing with me. I'm like, it's gotta be. Because we already looked at the fact that they teased Green Goblin, they teased what happened.
I just watched it.
No, you see?
Are you kidding me?
So you can see in the trailer breakdown, you can see Sandman, you can see Shocker or Electro, whatever they call him. You can
Electro.
see the Green Goblin.
The guy with the white eyes.
You can see Doc Ock.
Lizard.
You can see the Lizard.
Yeah.
So now that's 5, right? Sinister 6. Who's the other one on the Sinister 6?
The metal face goblin, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one with the metal face.
You can hear the voice. You can hear the laugh. So all these,
you
can see. I mean, only one that was confirmed was Green Goblin and Doc Ock. But we speculate from seeing. We can see that it looked like sand in the sky. It was like a big cloud of sand. That's Sandman, and all the lightning, the big yellow electricity stuff. That's Electro.
Yeah. Jamie Foxx, yeah.
We can speculate that. And then you see something reach out to him to try to snatch him. We're speculating that is the Lizard.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that makes 5. We're feeling like this is the Sinister 6, that they're doing Sinister 6 in this Spider-Man. So who's the 6th one? See, I don't know deep into the story of that like that to know who's the 6th one in the Sinister 6. So I'm gonna use my good friend here. I have a good friend. Maybe I meet my good friend Google. And we're gonna see who the Sinister 6
Isn't
are.
it the Doom? Isn't it Doom?
No, Mysterio.
Mysterio's done.
Vulture, Mysterio, Sandman, Kraven the Hunter, Doc Ock. Okay, so some of these characters, like Vulture, may be in the movie again. That's a possibility. And they're also saying that the electricity you saw wasn't Electro, it was Vulture. But I think that's more of Electro than Vulture. The Vulture is possible for the movie.
Yeah, they're just changing them to yellow.
Mysterio's dead, right? So who would they put in to make their own little sinister system? Because you know they do their own little twist with these movies. They don't serve it to us the normal way. They do it the MCU way. They do it to fit their story and everything. I'm feeling like Venom is going to be attached to this movie too.
Might be. He's been attached to Spider-Man for a long time. He'll probably pop up.
And for all these villains that are rumored and speculating, and from this trailer, it seems like it's for sure there's a bunch of villains in this movie.
Yeah.
He definitely needs help. And
the guy Vulture I met in prison.
Yes. But funny, this is another thing I want to talk about, how you see how Doctor Strange knocked his astral form out of him. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why are they fighting? That just feels like to me that he's not fighting Tom Holland Spider-Man. He's fighting one of the other ones who are trying to get something because everything screwed up, like he screwed up everything. So it's either him fighting another Spider-Man, or that's one of their universes, Doctor Strange, that doesn't recognize Tom Holland Spider-Man. And they're in some kind of a, conflict.
This is crazy, man.
It's very crazy.
I saw the old Spider-Man that trailer. Tobey Maguire, yo.
Interesting, I know, right?
I was like, yo.
Get to see everybody.
It's rumored that
but the end, that's why I bugged out, because the end, freaking Daredevil walks in.
He's rumored to be in the movie as well.
Oh.
You watched the fake
trailer.
He's
going to be
that
his lawyer.
Fake trailer. You watched the fake trailer. You watched the fan-made trailer. But it's rumored that he is going to be in this movie. But nothing points to it. In that trailer, it doesn't seem like any... Because like they even tried to slow down to that, whoever that lawyer was, when they had, when they took him to jail, he was cuffed, wearing a t-shirt, not wearing a suit. So just remember, feels like all the suits were Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. So that it's rumored that they're both going to be in the movie. But they showed, they kind of showed like a better picture of that lawyer, and his body shape didn't seem like the guy who plays Daredevil. Because it's supposed to be that guy from the actual show in the movie, not somebody else playing Daredevil, unless they went and got somebody else to play Daredevil. So we don't know. So it's possible, because they would recast for the movies different than they had on the shows, because it's not in the MCU, so they can do whatever they want. So we don't know, but that's a lot. That was like they fed us a lot and nothing at the same time. So I was telling people, like the trailer showed us so much, but nothing. We know nothing. It's just making us salivate and wonder and speculate. They want. Go ahead.
It seemed like they took a page out of the Spider-Man cartoon movie. It seemed like they took a page out of how that multiverse was moving.
Well, that was just a way to see if people. I think that movie was just a way to see if people were interested in a multiverse kind of thing, because they had been hinting at multiverse in the other movies.
Yeah, because it seemed like they took that and transformed it now into the actual people now. Because it just seemed like they're going real deep into this multiverse now.
Yeah.
It looks so crazy, yo.
Yeah, it does. It looks crazy. So
let's see if they could bring in Miles Morales.
I don't know if they're gonna do all that. That would be crazy. But they would have to cast, somebody for that. Who would they do that? Who would they? But I think it's too. I don't know. Who knows? It's possible. That would be crazy if they throw all that in there.
Yeah, his uncle was in Homecoming, so it couldn't happen.
We got a lot of time, man, to see what happens. A lot of time to and I hope
it seems like now, and this is what I knew was going to happen. Like now, Marvel's new phase is now getting so much into that whole like universal galactic space time, like all of this now. Before it was like Earth and a few things, but now they're getting into like the real nitty gritty.
Yeah, because there's so many.
You're gonna see everything come to life now. So
Yeah,
So-
because they have to make the threats bigger because they're gonna introduce some characters that
Are bigger.
yeah
I hope they bring Galactus, man. Like if they bring Galactus, it's over.
yeah. But yeah, man, it's just this is gonna be a very interesting time. They want us to be ready for it. I'm a lot of people were talking, and I agree that hope the next trailer that they show that they don't confirm anything still. They make it as vague as this. That if they're gonna hint another, they're gonna throw another hint out
That's
there.
why I don't watch it.
Make it as vague as this. And I'll watch the
watch
second
nothing.
trailer. I don't think I'll watch anything past the second trailer. I think I will ignore it from then, and I just won't. I'll talk about what I've been thinking, and people will be looking at me funny, like, "What? You didn't see the trailer? They showed it." I don't want to hear any of it after the second trailer, because then they start showing too much. Second trailer is just like the first trailer, but they add a little more in it, and they don't really show much. They just add a little more in it. And then I'm like, okay. they'll kind of like lean me towards something I was thinking, and I'm like, okay. But nonetheless, that's all I wanted to talk about as far as that was concerned. So we're gonna get into the first story of the day, not the first story, first gaming story of the day, which is one that I wanted to talk about, and I'm glad I have you guys here because Fortnite has frustrated me for a while now because it's it's trash, it's annoying, and it's bad for gaming. It's bad for games. I'm sorry, I can't stand Fortnite. What it's done to the industry has made people go in a gaming direction where they're making games of service like crazy now. All these online multiplayer games, and it's annoying because I wanted Battlefield to have a campaign, and it's not, and that sucks.
Exactly.
And it's all because of games like Fortnite.
Exactly.
Fortnite's next problem. Last week's problem was that they made an Among Us mode without Among Us, without any of the creators from Among Us having any input, and they called it imposters, which is what you call the person who is the murderer, the imposter. There's more imposter Among Us. That's the whole thing of Among Us. Normally what they do is they go to Marvel, they go to all these other, these singers and fake rappers, not rappers, mumblers, and they do a collaboration for, an event or a special thing in the game. But they didn't go to the Among Us people. They just took a mode, they just made a mode based on their game and didn't have any connection with them. Didn't even make like an Among Us skin for Fortnite. And I thought that was super disrespectful. And I thought that was as disrespectful as they can get, is by taking somebody's whole idea. But no, if you can read my screen below me, Martin Luther King's daughter had no involvement in the Fortnite March Through Time event. What? What is that, you might ask?
Wow.
Fortnite is holding a commemorative March Through Time event in collaboration with PlayStation and Time magazine, celebrating the life and achievements of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The event will take players to a virtual Washington, D.C. titled DC 63, where they can watch videos of the full 17 minutes of MLK's iconic I Have a Dream speech on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial. If you're surprised, bewildered, or stunned by such a somber event taking place in Fortnite, of all places, you're not the only one. Hundreds of fans expressed mixed feelings towards the event, considering Fortnite's collaborations typically feature fictional superheroes from the DC and Marvel universe, like I said, as well as other video game franchises. Even real-life cameos are generally limited to pop stars and famous athletes and intentionally stray from real-life portrayals of living people, much less those who have already passed. Additionally, some videos have shown just how absurd it appears to be to have characters like Superman and Rick from Rick and Morty flossing while Dr. King gives his speech. Disrespect. They're gonna make a joke out of something that was deep, serious, and it's not a joke. Like, so of course people are gonna do it while they're gonna walk to whatever the place is, in the game, and they're gonna be showing the speech. and people are going to be doing stupid Fortnite dances and doing a bunch of crazy stuff, and it's going to make a mockery of it. You know, they're saying we won't be seeing any Fortnite-esque interpretations of the famous civil rights leader. The event does also feature a special DC-63 spray that is unlocked upon completing the challenges and quests. Some of the Fortnite creative community helped create this. His daughter had to issue a statement, and the Martin Luther King Jr. Center had to issue a statement saying that they had nothing to do with this. The intellectual properties are done through intellectual property management. So, because, you know, the reason why they're saying that is because this is kind of messed up, yo. Fortnite took it too far because, like I said, there are going to be people making videos, and, you know, with the racism that has been, you know, pulled out of people nowadays because of our ex-president, people are going to feel free to make jokes about, you know, the whole speech, and they're going to be doing stupid Fortnite dances, and they're going to have the idiots who think it's funny because they think the dances are funny going to follow suit, not knowing the gravity of it. And I think it's disrespectful. I didn't like hearing this. I didn't like reading this. I was like, what the heck, man? I got to talk about this. How you guys feel about this?
You know, it's like, it's a prime example of your typical guy. He's a rapper. He's rapping locally, and he's making a mark, and then he does something that totally just changes everything. And he's now getting his buzz. He's growing. He's become something, and then he makes his mark. Oh, now he signs this mega deal, and he's on a bigger stage now. And now you're noticing, as time went by, you're noticing that he's got a lot more going on, but he's gotten a lot worse, and his character, everything about him is worse, and he's just like basically sold out. I believe that's Fortnite. I believe Fortnite was this game that came out. It did well, but then it did better, and then it grew into a mega hit. But now, because it's a mega hit, it's getting all this extra stuff, all these different skins, all these new download contents, all these new microtransaction content. They're just blowing up everywhere. People are streaming it. It's gotten such a, you know, it just became so famous.
Yeah, it's a household name.
So now they're selling out, doing stuff like this, because they're making so much money that there's higher ups that won't let them keep going unless they make these type of stupid things, because this is what keeps the lights on. And until people can understand that and stop calling it, oh, you're just bugging, then we'll never get past that. That's exactly what's going on. It's the same thing in every industry. You're not going to be a top tier anything on earth unless somebody wicked has their hand in it. And they always want to destroy black people. They always want to destroy a black culture. It's just what it is. Keep you on the limit.
You got any input on it? Any you have any views of this?
Same thing here. They just take over as soon as they hit the side of the limit.
Because you can think like, oh, maybe they had good intentions, but no, there's no way. There's no way, because they know about the game. They know what people do with the game, making videos, how they make videos. This game has been out for years now. So they know
about the Martin Luther King.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is that they know the kind of content people create through this game. So to put this in, it doesn't even make any sense. Why
it's going to be a flurry on YouTube of that event, of people doing that crazy stuff with that. But then you're going to get all these YouTubers who are going to be reacting, being upset, and that's going to start a whole other wave. It's going to become this whole controversy. You know.
Yep.
That's what they want.
And I'm one of those YouTubers who's going to be complaining. So check out my YouTube channel, The Dad Level. When this mockery comes out and I see some videos that upset me, I will be reacting to them. I haven't done a reaction video yet. I've been waiting for an opportunity, and they're about to give me one. Yeah, so that was frustrating, man. I don't want to continue being frustrated. So let's move on to the next story.
That's crazy.
We can throw that card out of here. Let's just take it and then blow that one up. Next, here's something that I love. Norman Reedus says a Death Stranding sequel is already in negotiations. Let's clap up for that. I'm excited about that.
They have to. I didn't even play part 1, but I have to get it still. But I'm sure like this is something that has to have a part 2. Like I'm sure, you know.
After they just did the director's cut, that comes out. I think. I'm not sure when it comes out. The end of this year, November-ish. I forgot. I don't remember the date. They added so much stuff to the base game. It's a PS5 game now, and they added so much to it. They even got racing, like you do racing and everything in it. And
yeah, I was watching the thing on it.
Yes, and they improved the graphics and all that. You know, you expect that. It's PS5 thing to bump it up and stuff. All the additions and stuff. I'm like, I can't wait. So that was another one of those games on my list, because I got my whole backlog list of games I'm trying to go back and complete, because stuff is in front of me and I want to finish what's behind me first so I can be caught up. So now I'm gonna wait for that one, which is good because it gives me time to finish Ghost of Tsushima Director's Cut, which just came out, Spider-Man Miles Morales, and a host of the other stuff that I got in my backlog. And I finally finished The Last of Us Part 2, so that one's out of there. So yeah, this is exciting news, because I enjoyed my play, in the time that I played Death Stranding. I think the game is dope. It's different, and it's good that it's different. I like different. I don't want to keep playing the same game, because that gets boring. It is different enough, and it's familiar enough that it's easy to get into and play, and it's different so that you're intrigued by what's going on and what you're doing. And the additions make it so much better to play. So the problems that we had, like problems that I see people having with the game, and the stuff that they have negative to say, the things that they added, delete it immediately. It just makes it like, forget it. You can't complain about that no more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super happy about this. This game looks crazy. The graphical bump, I love it. It was already looking crazy, but we got Kojima and Norman Reedus, and I don't think this is the only game that they have going on right now, because I'm still going on this circle of speculation that they are doing Silent Hills. Come on, guys, just come out and say it, man. Silent Hills is back on track. Come on, guys, stop lying to us. Stop doing it.
I think Silent Hill is such a big, like, it's a lot bigger than what people know of it to be. It's like so big that I think that's why they're keeping it so tight knit like this. Because like it's such know about epic
Silent Hill.
You know? And no, but what I'm saying is like it's extremely way more like far advanced than people understand, which is why it's taken, because they're actually taking their time. Because PS5 they probably figured out they could do so much. Like, think about all the Silent Hills we played, and how crazy that was, and that was nothing. those consoles couldn't do nothing. Imagine a console that can literally talk to you, and feed you dinner and drive your car for you. Like, imagine.
Wait, it feeds you dinner? I could have had it feed me my salmon.
Exactly.
I'm over here eating my own salmon by myself, and you could have gave it to me? That's what she said. So that's an exciting story. That's an easy one. Okay, move on to the next. Shout out to Norman Reedus and Hideo Kojima, because you guys, we know you're making Silent Hill.
Oh, real quick. Speaking of Silent Hill, real quick. Speaking of Silent Hill, there's a mod for Skyrim, where you get Pyramid Head to chasing you through Skyrim.
Oh wow!
And it looks just like him too, like just like him. They call him Pyramid Head and everything. They call him Pyramid.
Nice.
But it's not on PlayStation. It's on Xbox and PC because PlayStation always wants to put limitations.
Yeah.
Next.
But with good reason. If you see how toxic the Xbox community is, you'll understand. But they're loosening up a little bit. Slowly loosening up. But okay, so the next one is team-based action game Spine promises adrenaline-filled fights headed to PS5. I added this because I had no idea about this game, and it said PS5, and I saw this screenshot here, and I was like, wonder what this is. Why does it look like she got 3 arms? You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to check it out.
Is it like Johnny Cage action film? Fine.
Developer Bonsai Games and publisher Neki I hope I said that right. Have announced a new team-based action game. See, I like team-based because that doesn't feel like battle royale. That doesn't say battle royale to me. That says team-based. I mean, you and
like
playing
the Division.
Yeah, I guess sort of like that. For PlayStation 5, among other platforms, noted that they're gonna talk about PlayStation 5 and say among other platforms. Spine promises adrenaline-filled fights with a range of heroes available to players. That feels like microtransactions. With something called Spine technology, players will be able to boost their characters, take on enemies, and decide the fate of a dystopian world. There's a trailer. Let's check it out. It's an all CGI so far. Is this even CGI or is it an actual person? No CGI.
Like a Battlefield? Like the Battlefield?
Yeah, it's CGI. The Battlefield one was CGI. Which blows your mind how good the graphics could be for a campaign, but no, they don't want to do a campaign. Super loud, isn't it? It's crushing my ears. Wait, she did have an extra arm. All right. Doesn't really show much.
I'm all for this.
Okay, there you are, our action hero. Yeah, you're the hero. Make yourself comfortable as we have prepared a collection of unique characters capable of using spine technology. Now, just hearing spine technology, it is reminiscent and it brings me back to a moment in time that I will never forget ever in my life. Because it was one of the most frustrating lies
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
I've ever heard of in my life. It's a game called Haze, where they lied to you and told you that they were gonna have this. I forgot what the Haze technology. Exactly, and you get this power because you get injected with this thing, and it gave you the superhuman powers and stuff. You had it for 5 seconds in the freaking game, and then you lose it.
In the beginning of the game, You had it in the beginning of the game. And the whole 3 hours you play that game, there's no more.
No more. And you spend all that time fighting people who have the power. Are you kidding me, yo? Like, what? That game tanked so hard. That game was definitely one of those.
Do you know how mad Wood was? Wood was so tight. Wood was like, yo.
That was that game. Like, that was Hayes.
Hopefully, he was like, yo. Go in that direction. He was like, yo, Vaughn, don't ever play Hayes, yo. You only get the power at the beginning.
One I blame. He hyped me up for the game. Made me go out and buy it, yo. I'll never let him live that down. I'll never let him. I will bring that up every now and then. A matter of fact, I might text him tonight. Like, what's good, Will? You remember Hayes? Thanks for making me buy that trash. Had me hyped.
Oh man! Yo.
So hopefully this.
I knew exactly what you was saying. As soon as you started saying that, I was like, I know exactly where he's going.
Yo, because this feels like it again, yo. Like just listening to that. I hope it's not. I hope they learn. Please, what Neki? What is your developer's names? Neki and
Banzai and Neki
and Banzai. Please, just watch some videos on Hayes. Learn from that mistake, yo.
And learn not to do that.
Don't do that.
Whatever you see there, do the totally opposite.
Camera action shoot. Every fight in Spine is a combination of breathtaking scenes where you become a hero beating up some bad guys. Feel the tension of each in-game moment thanks to the unique camera work. We have exceptional cinematographic experience you'll find nowhere else in the multiplayer games. Whatever. Okay, we're not gonna read the whole thing. It does seem like they're not gonna go in that direction of Hayes. So I'm gonna be optimistic, and I'm gonna give them a thumbs up and say, you know, it seems like it's gonna be cool. Just make sure you don't go the way of Hayes, or I'm gonna come for you and I'm gonna you out. Because that game was trash. And it was the biggest letdown of my life. There's been other letdowns in my life, but Hayes is
nothing like that.
So anyway, next story. See, we're going through them. We're running through them. This one I like. I have to accept cookies every time? No, North Face, I don't care about you. Naughty Dog says it's unfortunate some people didn't like The Last of Us 2, but stands by the game it made. Have you played through The Last of Us 2?
I played part 1. I didn't play part 2 yet.
Naughty Dog co-president Neil Druckmann has said that while it's unfortunate that some players didn't like The Last of Us Part 2, he stands by the game the studio made. In a lengthy interview with Game Informer, Druckmann was asked how Naughty Dog dealt with the intense criticism from a proportion of The Last of Us's fan base, to which he said that the studio knew all along that it was making something that would be controversial. However, the anticipated controversy wasn't the reason behind Naughty Dog's approach to The Last of Us 2. The developer wanted to go ahead despite that. Our intention is not to upset people or alienate people. Our intention is to tell a story that's meaningful to us, that we think has some value behind it, and is worth spending years of our time making, Druckmann told Game Informer. When we had the leaks, before anybody had a chance to play it, that's when we got a ton of negativity and we started questioning, is this game going to be successful at all? We didn't even know how much the leak really hurt us. It's true, there was a lot of people talking about, because of some of the things in the game, it's a lot of the LGBTQ that, you know, they're saying that it hurt the game.
So everybody don't like the game because it went that direction?
Because it went that direction, yeah. Which, you know,
in a society where they
this is what I'm saying. In a society where they're
saying we should accept that. Now somebody wants to say something.
They were
and then they make a game for you, and you can't be inclusive.
Yeah, exactly. And they're upset about it. But you know, I don't get, like, this is where you can never please people. Don't try to. Don't be a people pleaser.
Video game. No.
It's just a
man. Like,
video
just
game.
play the game.
Exactly. I played it. And
I don't care.
I don't agree with a lot of
animals
things in video games. Like, I'm not a murderer. I don't condone violence. I still play violent video games. I run people over down the street in GTA all the time. I run up to people and beat them down for no reason. I explode fire trucks and
I like to stab them for no reason.
and EMS workers in GTA all the time. I purposely blow up cars on the highway just so the cops would come. So
Rocket launch.
In the game, it's just a video game, man. Like, stop.
Rocket launch.
Game in
Fire
reality.
trucks.
Exactly.
Hey,
I got
sir,
the
there's a
RPG
fire.
blowing up fire trucks. So it's like I don't have to agree with the views and stuff and the messages in the games. All I'm waiting for is the gameplay experience. So when they telling the story and they doing all these cutscenes and they got all this stuff, you know, I'm like, you know, I don't know why they had to put all this stuff in, but whatever. It's for somebody else. It's not for me. Once the game gets back into the game, The Last of Us Part 2 is a masterpiece. That game was so fun to play. Like, get over it, man. Like, stop worrying about everything. You're not gonna get away from all this crazy stuff going on in the world. You're not gonna get away from what people are doing. But video games aren't meant for you to take a stand and do all that. Video games are made to be a different form of reality that's not reality, that we all know is fake, and a way to express yourself without, you know, the constraints of reality.
But they play Fortnite though.
Exactly. Like I said, I'm not a murderer
with all the rainbows.
But I play these games. You know, I'm not a ninja samurai. I don't shoot lasers out of my hands. I still will play video games where people do that. You know, I don't agree with people being senselessly killed, but I do it all the time in video games. It's okay. It's just a video game. All right. Last of Us 2 was remarkable. I know they're probably not going to do Last of Us 3, but they are working on a open world multiplayer Last of Us. So look out for that. The factions kind of Last of Us. So Neil Druckmann, don't worry about it, my man.
That's kind of like the
Keep making
direction
your
I
dope
was hoping Fallout would go into. I was kind of hoping they did an open world multiplayer Fallout. They got to get their bugs together.
Yeah, that's Bethesda, yo. That's
crazy.
They didn't really care about the acquisition of Xbox. Go ahead, take Bethesda. Go ahead.
Glitchy, yo. What kind of 1905 technology y'all running over there?
They still running the same engine.
Still got an Apple Macintosh.
Apple Macintosh.
What was that first one? The Commodore. They got a Commodore. Trying to make PS5 games on a Commodore.
Exactly. So we're gonna move on to the next story, which still is about Naughty Dog. So I kept them back to back. Naughty Dog says it'll continue to make narrative-driven single-player games. It's in our DNA, is what they say. And I love it.
The narrative.
Keep it coming. Because those games I love to play more than anything. I'll play some Warzone here and there. I'll jump into some DayZ and stuff like that. But dude, I want to play something that has a story that I can jump into and play, and have the gameplay mechanics are great. Naughty Dog does, like, they're like some of the best at it. So please, thank you. Continue doing that. I'm glad you guys aren't going to stray away from that. So it reads, Naughty Dog co-presidents Evan Wells and Neil Druckmann, shout out to those two dudes, I'm going to follow them on Twitter. I have to find their names, have said that the studio will continue to make narrative-driven single-player games as long as it can, because it's in its DNA. Additionally, unlike other major publishers, Sony hasn't mandated its teams to shift their focus on popular trends like live service and free-to-play games. Shots fired. That is shots fired.
Bang, bang. You have to.
It's true. Because I'm getting sick of seeing it, yo. I'm getting sick of seeing it. That's why I'm so excited for Rainbow Six Extraction, because it's not that. Even though they have another game, the Tom Clancy universe has another game coming out that is one of those multiplayer battle royale kind of things going on. Whatever. Extraction isn't one of those. Extraction is like you know, you go in with a few people and you have objectives and you're fighting against AI, and I love that. I think that's awesome. And
like Division
and stuff. Yeah. But it's more like it's more linear than the Division. It's not open world. The game that just came out, Alien Fire Team, or what is it? Something Team? I'm just talking about this game. It's on the PlayStation Store now. It's the same thing. You know, you go in and you're fighting all the aliens. That game looks crazy. I'm thinking about getting it because it's a while before Extraction comes out, and they're similar games. So I was like, should I wait?
I need that. I want to play that game.
Yeah, it looks crazy. So yeah, I'm glad that some companies are just like, you know, let's make our stories. And Naughty Dog is one of them. They make stories, so keep making stories. Quantic Dream, come out with another game that's a story. Keep doing it. Let's get a Detroit Become Human sequel, or you know, give me something like it. I don't care whatever you give.
How about we petition and get like 6 million people to sign a petition for Battlefield to make a campaign?
I know, right? It might be too late.
It's crazy.
It's crazy how they don't have a campaign coming, and that's where they're gonna lose to Call of Duty because Vanguard.
Yo, Vanguard sick.
I played the alpha beta.
I'm glad they went back to that like time frame too. Like get away from the modern time frame. Went back to that. I love those time frames, man.
So I love the way Battlefield looks. Like the graphics look crazy, and what they're doing looks crazy too, because they're bridging the gap between the different time eras. So you're gonna have some World War II, World War I, some more modern, some more futuristic fights all together. And I think that's super crazy. They could have did that in a story, because their little trailer thing looked like it was like the perfect makings of a campaign. And they're not doing a campaign. That's stupid. That's so frustrating, because they want to do live service and free to play kind of, you know, things. Even though it's not gonna be free to play, you have to pay for that game. But you know, that's annoying. Like, stop. Don't worry about what a bunch of people want to play. Those same people will play, you know, other stuff that, you know, that looks crazy. It looks good. I mean, games are selling like hotcakes still, even though they're not multiplayer, you know, stuff like that. So stick with what's good, man. Don't follow the trend, man. That trend sucks. It's annoying now. But I'm glad Naughty Dog is gonna stick to their guns and make.
There's only a handful of those multiplayer battle royale games that are actually good though. It's like like people are just wasting their time.
Like they got
Call of Duty really sold this thing up. Like Call of Duty Warzone really like took this whole thing, monopolized almost.
Yeah, Warzone is different enough. It still feels like Call of Duty when you play it. That I enjoy that the most out of all the other ones that I've played. Like I said, Fortnite, blah. Nah, I don't care about Fortnite. I don't care to play it. And then you have all these other stuff like Valorant and all those other games like that. Like there's a new one coming out. I forgot the name of it, man. Like it was just shown, and somebody was like, "Oh, it looks crazy." I'm like, it doesn't look crazy. It looks like another Fortnite clone, another Overwatch clone trying to do.
I know you're talking about. They're in that arena. It's like an arena, and they're like fighting each other. It's like cars. It's like Fortnite graphics. And they got weapons. It's like Fortnite, but put in an arena.
There's so many of them that like we might not be talking about the same game, and it might be another new game coming out. It's annoying. Like, be your own. Like, and they talk about it like, oh, we spent years and our vision was this. Like, no, it's not your vision, man. You're taking somebody else's vision. You're just putting your little twist on it. and you're just trying to capitalize off somebody else's success and their vision. Make something different, man. Come out with something that's your own completely. You know,
I blame hip hop.
Story, yeah, I do. I blame. That's not even hip hop. I don't know what that is out there.
I blame. You know, flip flop. You know, take somebody else's vision, try to ride that wave.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. All right, on to the next story. The revised PlayStation 5 model has a smaller heatsink and a new fan. Have you heard of this PlayStation 5 that's out in the wild?
I actually saw that article like the other day, and I was like,
that means you didn't watch my stream the last time because I talked about it. See, I knew I was right there. I baited you. I talked about this, man. They're selling it in Australia right now. The PlayStation 5, the revised, and we were wondering what was different about it. So this is what's different about it. It has a smaller heatsink and a new fan. People were like, "Oh, the smaller heatsink, isn't that going to make it overheat and all this stuff?" No. See, what it is the components inside the PlayStation, that heatsink and the new fan, all that stuff is. Let's see if they talk about it so I can make sure I say it correctly. Let me see, because I was reading it. I don't know if it was this article. Yeah, here we go. Couple of people mentioning higher exhaust temps could mean the cooler is doing a better job dissipating heat. Evans wrote in his response to some commenters. The thing is, Sony removed a sizable amount of the heatsink and the new model. With fewer fans and smaller heat pipes, it simply isn't efficient at moving the heat out of the console. Think about it as if it were a PC. If I remove a large CPU heatsink in favor of a smaller one, the exhaust coming off my system will be hotter as the overall system temps are higher since the weaker cooler can't cope. That's exactly what's going on here in my opinion. No. They broke it down that you'll feel more heat because it's doing a better job at getting the heat out of the system so that the console is running cooler. It's just the outside parts, you'll feel it hotter because the heat is coming out, more heat is coming out of it. That's the reason why they adjusted it. That's the reason why they changed it. I was reading something else that broke it down a lot better. And the only reason that it seems like it's getting hotter is because it's pulling the heat out of the console better than the normal one was. But this normal one is fine. Like, it's pulling the heat out fine, and it's a nice quiet console. You never hear my PlayStation running. You know, I know you never hear your PlayStation running. You know, it's not like the PS4 Pro. You know.
Oh gosh. And I had the white one. That one was like. That thing was so loud. I'm like, yeah, is it gonna blow up? Should I move away?
Sometimes I'm like, what is that noise? And I say, oh, that's the PlayStation. Never mind. So yeah, everyone was wondering, like, what was the revision? Like, why would they come out with a new model? Because they had a different model number and all that. So we knew it was something different. It was like, was it slimmer? It was lighter. It's lighter because it has a different fan and a smaller heatsink. So that's cheaper. The change. Same price. Costs the same thing.
All right. So
where there was a price drop in Brazil. Right now, there's a price drop for the PlayStation only in Brazil.
So we got a whole bunch of people. First of all, PlayStation was heisted, and all these people reselling it for thousands of dollars. So now we're getting all this time later. Now we're finally starting to get people starting to finally be able to afford to pay $800 and $700 to finally get a PS5. So now you got a little bit more people getting PS5s now, finally. And they want to pull an Xbox and start dropping new systems. Like, you can't do that. People are just getting the PS5. They're not going to turn around and drop another $700 on for a smaller heatsink. Like, work on the console having more gigabytes.
No,
drop a SSD for us.
No, they have some. But no, the reason what I need. The reason why they did it was because components are very hard to find, as me going on and doing my search for computer parts to build a PC, sitting with Ali, looking up these parts and how expensive they are, is because the prices have been driven up because of the shortages, because it's hard to manufacture the stuff. That's the reason why. That's the reason why PlayStations, were hard to find in stores. Was it because of scalpers? It was because they couldn't get them made. And Xboxes, they couldn't get them made. Like, it was just hard to even, like, regular computer parts.
It was also because of scalpers.
Even the Nintendo Switch,
It was also because of scalpers.
Well, not really.
They showed the scalpers factory. He had over 5,000 PS5s in his warehouse.
You're gonna have to sell them at a regular price
for reselling at over $1,000 each.
You're gonna have to sell them at regular price.
Brett, oh, come on.
But yeah, so they had to change some things.
So is that gonna be like, this is PS5 moving forward? It's gonna be that. So the PS5s that come out from now on will be that. They'll no longer be the ones that we got. The ones that we got are gonna fade out, and the actual PS5 you buy will be smaller heatsink. Or they're not gonna make the other one then.
I don't think so, unless they start getting the components to make it, because maybe they'll feel like, okay, some people think this one heats up, more, or maybe they'll do some more, tests and research and find that it actually is making it hotter. But from the breakdown that I saw, only reason you feel the heat more on this one is because it's getting the heat out of the console better, but not drastically. So it's not even that big of a deal.
I mean, they could have just made it a little.
It's because that's what they could get. Like, these are the parts they could get, and I'm glad that that's the only change so far. I mean, there could be other things different in it, as time goes on, we find out, but I don't think so, because I think these are the only parts that are have been changed because of the shortages. It was due to the shortages. They wouldn't think to revise the model. It hasn't been out a complete year yet.
That's what I was saying. Like,
this is the only reason that they changed it.
Already.
Yeah, this is the only.
People still haven't even got one yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's because it's an abnormal situation. So
I don't know if they wait for Christmas, but I know they better hope they get one for Christmas.
All right. Next story. This is a doozy. This is a good one right here. And you see it on the screen. Voice actor outs new Grand Theft Auto character, but it's likely for GTA Online rather than GTA 6. Now, that's an opinion. It's likely for GTA Online. That's an opinion. Because if you read the story, let's read the story. Voice actor Dave Jackson caused quite a stir by announcing on his Facebook page that he's voicing a new Grand Theft Auto character, Police Chief Captain McClane. Excuse me. The reveal caught fans by surprise, and many rushed to assume that Jackson is talking about GTA 6. But his follow-up comment suggests that Captain McClane is an upcoming character in GTA Online rather than a new entry. Jackson wrote, I'm saying verbatim, "So I just found out from the producers that it's official. I will play the role of Police Chief Captain McClane in the new Grand Theft Auto series." Said in the new Grand Theft Auto series. "I didn't have the heart to tell them that I didn't really have the time for it. Ha ha ha. Yep, someday I will take a nap. I know it. I just know it. Ha ha. Seriously, it is a privilege to work with such a professional and fun group of folks. If you are a gamer, stay tuned." Now, why would they gather that? Yeah, maybe it's about, GTA Online characters. Most likely about a GTA Online. He said new Grand Theft Auto series. Now, I know for the PS5 coming November 11th, Grand Theft Auto 5, PlayStation 5 edition, expanded and, upgraded, updated, however they say it. Could mean that they have some, new storylines going out here and there and do some extra things. So it could be that he's voicing a character for the GTA Online new expansion that they're doing because of the PlayStation 5 version being so expanded or whatever. But his word was new Grand Theft Auto series. And he just found out. that he's going to play the role of Police Chief Captain McClane. He just found this out. This is new. This is a new story. When did this story break? Saturday, August 28th. August.
Yeah, that's pretty.
September, October, November. If you take away 3 days from August, it's already September. So October, November. So in 2 months' time, you think they're gonna throw his voice at
Implement some whole thing
and put it together for this new character? And no, sounds like GTA 6, baby.
the new GTA line's already finished.
It's gotta be. Now let's read the. After being hounded by players and press, he followed up with the statement. I was bombarded by reporters and video game magazine editors looking for a scoop. I almost couldn't believe how much attention I received just from that post. It's like, calm the H down, dudes. Sheesh. I will say this. The producer said I could spread the word and there will be a new trailer soon, so look for that.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. So there's going to be a trailer and everybody's going to see.
So we'll see.
I hope it's part 6, man.
We'll see if it's for GTA Online or for, GTA 6. Who knows? I'll be following the story, so I'm going to talk about it, on the Play Level podcast next episode, whenever that is whenever that comes up, whatever Monday or Tuesday I got for that show. But that was interesting because it could be for GTA Online. It's possible because, GTA Online gets updated all the time with new this and new that. Like, have you played the new tuner thing or whatever? I've been upgrading people's cars and selling them. That's easy money. It's not a lot of money, but it's easy money. You can do it on a private session. Don't have to worry about nothing. And it's fun to do, just messing around in the game.
No, I haven't played GTA in a while.
Ah, man, you gotta get your money. Your free money.
I got money.
Yeah, with that extra $1 million, they keep coming out.
I got that bread.
They keep coming out.
I mean, I jump on to get my money though. Like I'll turn it on so that I get my 200,000 and my million, but I won't play. Like I'll just turn it back on.
Yeah, I bought a few new cars. You know how it is. Okay, so the last story. The last story on my thing before we talk about some sports, the last gaming story. The rumor that Overcooked All You Can Eat, which I'm glad I didn't buy, Hitman 2, which I'm now mad that I bought, and Predator Hunting Grounds, I bought a long time ago, so I'm mad about that, are September's PlayStation Plus titles.
This is why I don't buy games, Joe.
But I mean, I had it for a while. Like I had it a long time ago. And I already started playing it. It's dope. Like it's mad fun. That's another game I gotta go back and finish. So it's on my list.
But this is the problem, man. Like they do this all the time. They always make the game free. That's why I just be waiting, yo. Cause you never know.
Yeah, I got Predator.
I bought Final Fantasy VII Remake, and literally 2 months later it was free. I was like.
Yeah, a lot of games I side eye. I just look at the game side eye like, I'm not buying you yet. I don't need to buy you yet.
I'm not buying nothing ever else again until it's confirmed it's not going to be free.
But I'm happy that
except for 2K, which will probably be free.
the kids like playing Overcooked. And this
what
one
is that?
Being free is. You never played Overcooked?
Is that like Plants vs Zombies?
In a way, but no. It's sort of like it's hard to explain the kind of game it is. It's really hard to explain the kind of game it is. You got to put together like food and stuff, but it's like frantic and it's like it's different. Like it's different. It's not like they give you a pizza and you got to put toppings on it and that's it, and then you get graded or whatever. There's things going on that are stopping you and interrupting you. It's crazy. It looks real fun. The kids love it, so that's good. A game that they'll enjoy playing that I don't have to pay for. That is a total win for that. So yeah,
definitely hyped about that Hitman 2
yeah,
being
man.
free.
I have it.
Definitely
already,
hyped about Predator being free.
I have that already too. So I'm not hyped about it. But
Here,
it's good that
when
other
we went
people
to
get to play it.
Comic-Con a couple of years ago,
I
who
still rock
won?
that shirt.
I did.
Yeah, because my teammates suck, and that's why
I
they gave
beat
me a shirt. They was
all
like,
four of them,
like,
including you guys, the love Pablo, man. I was the Predator, and I beat it.
Yeah, but
I got
I'm
it.
the one who got to the extraction point. And I'm sitting there like, where is everybody else? Like
That
what
dude
are
tried
they
to get
doing?
to the copter. I ran right up on him right before he could get to the copter. He was right there. I hit him right in the back of his head. Boom!
Yeah, I was so mad.
The
I'm
guy was
what
like,
are they
"Oh,
doing
you
this whole
won!" I
time,
was like,
you know?
"Oh."
I'm like, what was they doing this whole time? And then the guy, I was like, come on, man. I was like, you know, like I carried my team. Like I was frustrated because they didn't know what they were doing. I was like, I made it to the end.
You know how to play video games, right? I felt like they wasn't too savvy on those type of games because I was hitting them with regular like stealth moves. I would like I don't think they was able to keep up with me because I was disappearing on them, and they'd be like, "Where is he?" I'm like,
I was completing objectives,
so
and I made it to the end, and these fools didn't follow. I'm like,
got my T-shirt.
I got my T-shirt too.
And he gave it to you.
He was like, I got you. Let's just stop.
Cause you made it there, yo. You was right there. Like
I'm like sitting there, like
he felt your pain.
The chopper's not coming. Like, oh, because it can't come because I'm the only one there. I was like, you know what? That's messed up. But, yeah.
I did not like the Monster Hunter. I think that is probably
Monster Hunter World?
just as bad as Hades.
It was alright.
I don't like Monster Hunter. Yo, you ran in a circle. You literally ran in a circle fighting the same monster. Like I was like, where's the open world? Like where's us running around in an open
it's
world
much
with
bigger
different?
now. I think it's just because
The game sucks.
when they put Aloy in there.
The game sucks.
Oh, speaking of Aloy, they got Aloy in what's the game?
Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact, yes.
That's
So
my game right there, man.
Yo.
I gotta get back into that because I was
Yes.
playing that for a while.
I was playing on my phone. I was playing that on my phone. I have it on the phone.
I like
got the
that
controller.
game.
Hook up the controller to it. Yeah, they got Aloy in there, so it's gonna make me jump back into it. Speaking of Aloy,
I don't like that. I don't like that the Genshin Impact on PlayStation and the Genshin Impact on your phone is two different servers.
yeah,
You can't.
It
You
would be
can't.
fun.
It doesn't have the feature to connect your account. I already tried.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah.
That's annoying.
So
'Cause then
whack.
I like when you're able to continue your progress. Like
Exactly,
like in
man.
Minecraft.
Like you gotta go outside and be like, yo, let's take this on the road.
yeah. I was thinking about taking my new Brookland in Minecraft and making it a realm, but I'm afraid because once you stop the realm, it like you lose it. Like you lose all the stuff that you made. So you have to maintain the realm.
No.
I gotta find out more about that because from what it says, you lose it. And I'm like, I don't like to hear that because I put in years of work on it. So
Exactly.
So I wouldn't want to make it a realm and continue working on it. And then if I decide to, I don't want to pay the $10 or whatever. I don't remember how much it was.
How about you
$8
create a place, put like 3 buildings and like 2 trees, and then try to make that a realm and see if all those buildings and trees disappear.
No, what it is if I don't maintain it, like if I say I don't want to pay another month for it and I cancel it.
If you don't maintain it.
Yeah, you cancel the membership, whatever. Because it's a monthly fee for a realm. I think you pay monthly. If you stop, then they say you lose your, you lose the file, you lose the whatever. I think that's what it says.
If somebody told me that you can make this much money off of video games back in the days, this is what I would have did.
Yeah, tell me about it.
They charge you for everything now. You make so much money if you
But
own a game
I
right
would-
now. If your
I
game
would
is
love
dope,
to do that because then I can work on the city anywhere I am because I can do it on the phone with the Minecraft.
how much is it?
I think it's like $8 a month.
Come on, man.
It's not about the cost. It's about the risk.
time?
Because if anything could happen, I don't want to put in all that time and then lose it. Like you've seen how the city is. You see how much I've done. I've done so much more. It's the last time you've seen it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It looks crazy.
I don't want to lose all that.
It's like a full on
So
existing.
I got to do more research on it. To see if I at least keep the world, but it feels like you lose the world. I don't know. I can understand it not being around, but make it back to a regular file. So I don't know. Ali made,
Cornelius is acting like he's bored, so you should start talking about sports.
all right, we're about there. We're done with the PlayStation stuff, so we're definitely going to talk about some sports stuff. So let me add a tab and go to
So you can talk about how many teams he's jumped ship from.
talk about his ship jumping over there.
The
How's
ship
the old
jumping.
wagon band member?
Yes.
What? Harden. There you go.
What? Hard.
He quit with the cheating, so now he's my favorite.
You said he what?
Quit with the cheating.
Don't even listen to nothing he says, yo.
Hold on,
He's
give
such
me 1 second. Let me get.
an idiot, yo. There's nothing about Harden that was cheating. If I have a move to steal the ball out of my hands before I fully get my hand in the air to shoot the ball up in the air, and I notice that you're doing that, so now when I come to the hole, I stick my hand out. So when you instead of swiping at the ball, you wind up smacking my arm, and you don't stop doing it. So I'm gonna keep on doing it. They keep calling foul on you. You still keep doing it. I'ma still keep doing it until you stop. That's not cheating. I done exposed your weakness, and I'm just gonna keep running that through the floor until you stop, which is what they did. He ran it through the floor until they stopped. Now he got the step back jumper that he's killing them with it. He said it was cheating that he was sticking his arm out.
No, it's not cheating. He just
said it was
overused
cheating.
it. I know.
You said it was cheating.
Him building up
there's
his
a
points. He
rule.
got like 20 points. 18 of them is free throws.
There's a rule
I
against it.
I thought the point of basketball was to score as much points as you can and get as much free throw shots off as you can and try to win the games as much as you can. I didn't know we had all these set little emotional rules of how you want someone to win. I thought you just want your team to win.
No, but all right. So we're getting into this. We've already we've dove right into it. What happens is that people are doing moves that are totally. If you're just tuning in, we've talked a lot of video games. Now we're talking some sports because we got Cornelius here and he's a bandwagoner. But anyway, right now we're talking about James Harden's cheat move, quote unquote. Well, a lot of players are manufacturing contact. They were doing that a lot. Reggie Miller started it, and they did the Reggie Miller rule, where you can't kick your foot out. And they're back to cracking down on that, and they're also cracking down on the swinging of the arms to draw a foul, and the bumping into players to initiate the contact. Leaning into them to
Jumping forward.
And
Jumping forward.
So there's a rule now that's against it that they're implementing for this next season coming up. So yeah, James Harden's his move was kind of a cheat move because he was manufacturing contact from nowhere. Perfectly legal
It wasn't
defense.
from nowhere. They
Perfectly
literally
legal
was
defense.
reaching in, trying to smack the ball out of his hand. So he would just stick his arm out on his gather, his two-step gather. He would stick his arm out. They smack his arm.
Yeah,
He was
they stopped reaching for the ball, and he was putting his arm in harm's way to draw the contact. And what they're trying to say is that that he's initiating the contact, so that's not a foul on the player. That's him making them hit his arm because he's putting his arm to their hand to be hit on purpose. You know, so that's why they've dropped the rule against that. Yeah, speaking of James Harden, so
he was just killing everybody, and people was just mad because he was killing everybody.
Which kind of true.
I want my player to shoot 30 free throws. You want your player to shoot 10 free throws a game? That's your fault. I want my player to shoot 30, and if this is how you're gonna get it, and they're not gonna stop reaching, I'm gonna promote you to keep doing that. That's what they taught us in high school. If it works, keep doing it. Drill it through the hole, drill it into them. If they're gonna keep reaching, keep doing that same move. They're gonna keep playing defense a certain way, keep doing the killer move that's killing the defense. Never stop because somebody got an emotional attachment to it. Oh, I think you're doing something that's not right. Like, no, kill them. Win. The whole thing is win. If James Harden kept doing that move, I loved it. Because I was like, yo, they're so stupid. They're gonna keep doing it. Keep doing it, James. Keep doing it. They're gonna keep reaching. Keep doing it. Go to hit 50 for 50 from the free throw line, drop 70 points a game, and murder everybody. That's what I want to see. And drop them off that step back. I want to see that shit. Sorry, I want to see that.
Yeah. So they interviewed him. He was doing something, and they said, you know, this upcoming season he's, you know, healthy. They was like, you know, what do Brooklyn fans got to look forward to? And he said, you know, healthy James Harden, scary hours.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that, Cornelius? How you feel about that, Cornelius? Scary hours? You think it's scary hours?
Yep.
So
everybody stay healthy. It's all good.
You're a Brooklyn Nets fan now?
Yeah.
What was your team last year? What was your team last year?
He's a Lakers fan.
Your team was the Lakers last year?
No, because LeBron.
So who did you like last year?
What, Rockets? I was with them the most.
Oh, the Rockets. So you're following James Harden around the league now?
Yep.
All right. So what do you think the chances are of the Brooklyn Nets winning the NBA championship next year?
They're going
hard.
Finals. Yeah.
Which is hard to do.
As you can see, it's hard.
I want them to stay healthy. I always want players to stay healthy so that we can, you know, because it seems more fair. Because like the Bucks winning the championship was a consolation. You know, they won the championship because so many players were injured and teams were in at full strength. They was not going to be Brooklyn in full strength.
They lost in Game 7 by 2 points to a dude who couldn't even get his arms in the air, who just hit the shot before that shot that almost killed you, but his foot was in front of the line. It's so crazy, yo. And James Harden had noodles for legs. Like, come on, man.
He was beating them up hurt, too.
And he was killing them hurt. You saw his numbers in Game 7 and in Game 6? Come on. James Harden's still a problem.
This is the real story. Now I really want to have a conversation about is what do you feel about the Russell Westbrook to the Lakers situation going on over there?
Russell Westbrook is from LA. Mm-hmm. For him, it makes good sense to go to that team. I don't think he's good for the Clippers. I think he's better suited for the Lakers. Mm-hmm. And the way he gets triple doubles in other teams that had lesser, it should pan out much better because his center is not Capella. I mean, he had James Harden with him in Houston, but he got LeBron and AD now. It's a little bit different, and he got Carmelo.
But
it's like
think it's all
these are like
work?
Shooters.
Yeah, he don't have to do that.
Yeah, but the way he plays, do you think it's going to work with those other guys? Do you think he's going to factor in as much as he would on another team with these other guys? I don't think he will. It looks like a monster squad on paper, but I don't think it's going to play as one. I think it's not going to work.
If Westbrook goes to like, if he does like 10-point triple doubles, I think it'll work. If he's shooting for 40 points, it's not going to work. He has to score 10 points 10 to 15 points, but get those assists. He don't even need to rebound. He don't even need triple doubles. He just needs to get like 20 assists.
Yep.
Oh, Rondo's going back to the Lakers. I seen that today. He's going back.
He's
so that helped.
Washed. Anyway.
What?
Washed.
Don't act like you ain't seen playoff Rondo on the Lakers when they win the title. Like, his swag is different when he's around LeBron, yo. His whole swag is different.
You know they should have never won that championship. Anyway.
Speaking of the Lakers, for
LeBron to be a factor, he needs the ball in his hand.
That's not true.
He needs to facilitate. Yes, it is.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
That's not true.
And same thing for
not as much as you think.
Same thing for Russell
Not
Westbrook.
as much as you're thinking.
Russell Westbrook, they're not spot-up shooters, neither one of them. And LeBron is not going to flourish, and he's not going to tolerate being a spot-up shooter. So he's not going to have Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, but he could
Russell
shoot.
Westbrook's skills, because his skill set is very specific. He needs the ball in his hand to facilitate, and both of them are alphas in that regard. You can't have them both on the same team. That's why him and James Harden did not mix well. That's why they were not successful. Same thing here. Same thing.
Yeah, but Paul George is not a ball dominant alpha, and that didn't work out either. I think it's just
they didn't have enough. And
when he was with KD and James Harden, it worked out. It's just I think it's just whoever else is on the team. Like I think this will work.
Him and Paul
work out for them.
You know, it wasn't enough. They almost was enough. They did pretty good, but it just wasn't totally enough.
Yeah, something was missing.
Damian Lillard came and said bye to them. The infamous the shot heard around the world.
Speaking of Damian Lillard,
who's not leaving Portland anytime soon,
needs to get up out of there, yo. They're not gonna be good. He's gonna lose again, and it's gonna really be sad. It's gonna be sad that he's gonna waste this whole season losing again.
Yeah, you do need to leave.
They got
nobody.
They got Larry Nance Jr. now.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. In the trade with the
Larry Nance Jr. is an all-star. Larry Nance Jr. the all-star. Larry Nance Jr. the proven scorer. Larry Nance Jr. defensive player of the year. Larry Nance Jr. Up in a conversation for MVP. No. That's Larry Nance Jr. who came off the bench for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He was garbage. He's all right. If the Lakers got Larry Nance Jr., I'd be like, hey, because that's just a piece. Not for him to stay in Portland. Portland got the same trash team. I'll tell you. Only thing different with them is that they got Chauncey Billups. It's sad, yo.
They're
gonna get bumped out the first round. You see all them other teams in the West? Like, come on, man.
Yeah, McCollum's taking care of the Union too, so he busy now.
I'm excited about this upcoming season as a Bulls fan because we got a squad, undeniable squad.
That is a squad, but it's a squad on paper,
and
you never seen them play together. It's a squad on paper.
And they're going after Millsap, so stay tuned.
If y'all get Millsap, that's really good. But so is the Lakers.
No, the Clippers.
So is the Lakers.
No, the Lakers are not going after them. They can't.
All right.
Like, it'll change.
No, they don't have the money.
Are you not understanding how the NBA works?
There's LeBron there. Like, I want him.
Yeah, but the report is that the Clippers. The report is that the Bulls, the Clippers, and I think there's another team that just wasn't the Lakers.
I know with the Bulls, it's like they got to make that thing happen on the floor because they got the pieces. You got to let Lonzo Ball be the point guard. I don't want to see nobody else handling that ball. Let him have his freedom, and I guarantee you, y'all gonna be a problem. The moment you start letting somebody else run that ball up the
Oh,
court,
you don't gotta tell me nothing.
Throw them off.
I already know.
so it'll be a wrap. They got Alex Caruso, which is a championship pedigree. You got DeRozan, Vucevic, All-Star center.
Yep.
Zach LaVine still.
All-Star, two guard, All-Star, and
You let Lonzo Ball get Zach
gold
LaVine
medalist?
30 points a game while he's getting 15 assists a game. DeRozan could give you like 20. Vucevic just needs to play his role, hit some threes on the outside. I mean, it'll work.
Throwing lobs to Derrick
But
Jones
they gotta
Jr.
play defense. Gotta play defense.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, gotta be a defensive team.
Yeah. So they getting ready for
Gotta play defense.
So I'm
Because
excited.
my team, my Heat, just tweaked our defense. We got PJ Tucker. They just want to chip.
Yeah.
And he gets in the minds of people. That's gonna help us
And
so
you got
much.
Lowry.
And we got Kyle Lowry, who is as much of a pest as he is. He's an unstoppable playoff pest. He gives you playoff basketball, and that's what I like. I don't care about the season. I know he shows up in the playoffs. I know that, and he goes all out till you have to peel him off the floor to get him to get to the bench, because he gives it all on the court, and I like that about Lowry. That's one thing about him I liked.
So it's going to be very interesting and exciting year. I've been a Bulls fan all my life since 1987. I haven't jumped the bandwagon like other people in this conversation. Both of the people I'm talking to.
Yo,
how about those Suns?
Man, they went to the finals. That's what's up.
Should have stayed. You know, you almost had a chip. Maybe if you was a fan, they would have had more to.
It's my West Coast squad. Come on, you like the Spurs? You was rooting for Tim Duncan.
Yeah, because I like how he played, but I'm still a Bulls fan. I still wanted the Bulls to beat them every time we played them.
Exactly.
I wanted the Bulls to win a championship.
Always be a Suns fan at heart.
Switch up. I ain't do no switch up. Yeah, that's what
Always be a Suns fan at heart.
Sure you are.
With the cherry on top.
Well, on that note, we're gonna end this podcast. We had a great time today. Thank you for joining in with us today, Cornelius and Blue Dev. We did have a great time talking about some gaming and some sports and stuff. Looking forward to some new stories coming up. Yeah. I know Neil's not on any social media except for Facebook, and he has that weird profile picture, so stay away from his Facebook.
He's on Instagram. He be lurking. He be lurking.
Oh, he be lurking. Straight big booty.
Michetta's dress hole.
Looking around just like TikTok.
New try-on hauls all day.
He be doing try-on hauls all day, baby.
Yeah, right.
He be looking at them young TikTokers doing them dances.
Yeah, right.
It's okay, Neil. What you do in your private
it's
time?
Okay. I mean, at least you're looking at them girls. Hopefully, you're looking at them girls. You ain't looking at them dudes on TikTok.
I don't know. No, that page is flipping real quick.
You do your eyes like that, yo.
I've been looking at crazy stuff on the internet, Neil.
He's like, yo, y'all ain't see that TikTok Chocolate City?
I can't.
Neil say, yo, did you see the Lil Nas X video?
Oh my gosh.
But everybody want to attack him for that.
Oh, you got a problem with people attacking him?
No,
You heard it right.
happy with that.
That frustration in his voice.
Yeah,
Everybody
frustration.
attack him for that. He's being himself. He's using his pronouns.
You listening to Lil Nas X, Neil? Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Yeah, please don't.
Man, yo, we need to see your playlist right now.
I want to have one of his songs.
You don't have it on that phone. See how he's hiding it?
Exactly.
Oh,
I don't even
man.
know none of his songs at all.
Anyway, I'm out of here.
That was fun.
We can continue the call, but I'm gonna end my stream. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, share, subscribe on YouTube because I will be posting this video on my YouTube channel with all the technical difficulties and everything. Because guess what? It's all a part of the process. And I want you to see how normal and real life is for us regular, streamers trying to make it big in this streaming world. So make sure you go to my YouTube channel, The Dad Level, and YouTube guys, if you haven't checked out my latest videos on The Dad Level, make sure you go check it out. Also, catch me on Twitter at The Dad Level and also at PabloMan44. I post random things and random thoughts there and stuff. So nothing too crazy. You want the crazy stuff? You wanted some laughs and stuff? Check me out on TikTok at PabloMan44_Twitch. There I do dad stuff. I do, funny stuff. And I got bars. I spit some bars on there too. So make sure you go check that out. Also, where else can you find me at? I said the YouTube channel, The Dad Level. Make sure you go do that. Like, share, subscribe. All that good stuff. Make sure you hit the bell for notifications. Make sure you follow me here on Twitch. And if you so willingly and lovingly and happily and graciously want to subscribe to me here, do so. Only costs you $5.99 a month, I think it is, the subscription fee now. And if you have Twitch Prime, you get a free sub every month to sub to the channel of your choice. Make this the channel of your choice. Sub here, use it here. It'll be well used because I just made a power move. I'm going to need to recoup some of that money back from the power move I just made to get the stream better. I do it all to get the stream better. I have these goals, sub goals, and stream improvement fund stuff for a reason, so that I can make better content for you guys, so we can enjoy more. So share it with your friends. Neil, I know you know some people, man. Send a link to some people to my stream and have some, have Khadijah and them watch my stream. You convince Khadijah to watch my stream. Check out my YouTube channel, The Dad Level. Bring your friends, your family, everybody, your mamas, and it doesn't cost you anything to subscribe and to follow. Subscribe on YouTube costs you nothing. Following here on Twitch costs you nothing, but it does a whole lot for me. All right, so make sure you guys do that, and I'll catch you on the next one. I don't know when the next time I'm streaming is, but I will be playing more of Resident Evil 7 VR. Hopefully. If I can, unless it, because the last time I played it, it kind of, how VR can give you some of that motion sickness stuff. So it had been a while since I played VR. So it was kind of, messing me up, but not too bad, not too much. I did play for a while. So hopefully the next time it's easier and it's better, but because I want to finish the game. So, I'll check you guys then. For now, I'm out of here. Peace and love. I'll see you next time. Make sure, like I said, follow me here and hit that bell so you're notified the next time I stream. And on YouTube, the same thing. Subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified. So, because I don't have a static schedule yet because work has been crazy and I don't know when. I just know on either Monday or Tuesday, I do the podcast. All right? So I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out. Peace and love. I'm out of here. Goodbye. See you later. Make sure you hug somebody. And don't fart when you do it because that is rude and disgusting. To be getting a hug and somebody just fart out of nowhere. Because has that ever happened to you? You already know. And I'm speaking that because I was holding my youngest son today and was sitting there and he just started farting on my leg. I'm like, you know what? Just gotta tell everybody, don't fart on people, and the people you love, don't fart on them. Fart on your enemies. Fart on all your enemies, man. Stop the violence and start farting. Peace out. I'm out here. PabloMan44. I'll catch you guys later.
All right.